Hello, my name is Andrew Katz. I'm a member of River City Drill and also a member of the Drill Team Dynamics Coaching Network. And today I'm here to introduce a tutorial on a very advanced solo move known as a flying Hawaiian, or also known as a 2.5 varial sweep. So I'm going to demonstrate it for y'all real quick. And so this move is, again, advanced move for solo drillers. So I'd say two prerequisites before you go into this move. It's kind of a pick either or section. It's going to be the 2.5 sweep aerial, or the other one is a side toss thrown from the butt, also a 2.5. And so these two different variations are going to help later on in the portion of the tutorial, and depending on what you're trying to choose. But this tutorial is going to be split into 3 sections, and it's going to be the footwork section, the body control section, and it's going to be the actual toss section. So, but before that, we need to prepare ourselves in our physical and mental states. So before you go out and practice this move, you need to think of two main things, or two main practice areas that will be most fitting for yourself. And both should include a clear area around you, clear from people and things that are breakable. As when first learning this move, it is very, very common to throw out the rifle due to fear and lose your balance and trip. So you want a nice clear area where you are. So I'm in a nice clear flat area right here. But off of the 2 areas that you want to choose, if you are struggling with lunging out of the rifle and you are chasing the rifle after you throw it, and you are also losing track of the rifle, and it's dropping a lot, then I would recommend a flat, soft grass area like I'm in right now. But if you are more focused on a footwork or balance perspective, then I would recommend a flat concrete area, and that's going to help with maintaining balance and not going to be so heavy on the footwork as it would be on grass. But if you could find both, so what I usually practice on is a concrete, but then I throw over a grass section of my yard. But if you don't have that accessible, I'd recommend grass for beginners. And if you are just trying to practice and make move proficient, then go on concrete. And I think as long as you are safe and you don't want to break your equipment, so just kind of mentally prepare for that and just kind of take notes for yourself on that. So, but now going into the tutorial, so the first section is going to be footwork. And there's 2 main things when first learning it that you want to keep in mind. The first one is going to be the actual what kind of positioning you're going to be in, and that's good because that plays the footwork on where you're going to be. So right here, some people throw from here and then catch. I wouldn't really recommend that just in general, as it makes the footwork very complicated and easy to lose your balance as you go further. So I'd recommend a side stance when you do it. And when you do it, there's going to be 2 types of footwork that you could do. And one's going to be more for beginners and stylistic, if you may. And the other one's just going to be your kind of regular, more difficult kind of footwork. And the first one's just going to be you already having your stepped out. So you're right here getting ready to throw. You throw, and your foot's already stepped out there. And then the other one's just going to be feet together. And as you throw, you move your left foot back to turn. Now, the main thing with your footwork that you want to focus on is you're almost doing this about haste, but not an about haste, but almost about haste kind of move. About haste, you're going to have your foot around here, kind of this they say trace a C, but in a flying move, you're going to have it way far back because you need that wiggle room to turn around and catch. So depending on how far you're throwing out your throws, a bigger kind of footwork may be necessary, but be careful with that as it's easy to lose balance on those. So, pay attention to where you're going to throw, but always, kind of find this middle ground. You don't want it too close to your body, but you also don't want it so far out that you're going to be tripping over when you turn. And those are really the key aspects to your footwork, and it really just takes practice. You want to practice either one, tossing then turning, or you just want to throw and turn at the same time. And so it's really just up to you. Usually what people first start off, they toss then turn. And that's going to be good with the side, the butt side toss throw. And I'll get into that a little bit later. But with the sweeping motion, definitely tossing and turning is going to be the best option, as it's almost impossible to wait for that unless you're doing a lofty sweep. So, but that about concludes the footwork portion. So now onto the actual toss. And so main thing is just how to practice your toss. So always, start in the position you're going to do it. And if you're going to do it from here, practice it from the way you're going to do it. So from right here in a sweeping motion, right here is going to control how high you're going to toss it. And then this is going to kind of guide it up. And then this is also going to, they're both kind of determining the spin, which is why it's so fast and low. So, but as you throw it, you want to throw it a little far out, not just straight in front of you, because you're going to be throwing it a little to the side when you do it. So you kind of want to start from here, and just kind of play it out in your head. That's how I'm going to throw it. Get used to that muscle memory. Main thing here is just building muscle memory with these moves. And so same thing with the toss. It's just the only thing that's going to be different is there's not much spin to it. It's just going to be an upwards release motion. All right. I see how my footwork there was, I threw it too far out. And so when I did that, that's why I kind of had it pulled me a little bit. So that's something that I'll have to correct. And as I'm not used to doing the butt varials, that's why that happened. So that's why practicing your moves beforehand won't let you to lead to mistakes like that. So that's really all you need to do to practice. It's just going to be a lot of it with throw. It's going to be a lot of fear, really, more out of anything. And this is a move where it's going to be super hard to learn at first, but then the more you practice it, it becomes second nature, and it's just like you throwing a triple or a double or whatever, easy move to you is, it's going to be second nature to that. So it's really just getting over that fear at first. And, there's a lot of ways to do that, and one common way that I've always heard, and I've heard is very effective for myself as well, is called the Samuel Gozo 1-2-3 method. And basically what that entails is you practice throw once, you practice throw twice, and on that third throw, you commit mentally that you have to do it no matter what. Even if you're going to drop it, but you're just going to attempt it. And that really gets over, with your mind, like, hey, I'm not going to, die from this move kind of thing. And that's what your mind usually tells you. So you want to keep that method in mind to help you with this type of move. So it helps, but this is a good move to conquer your fears with just other moves in general. Some people are scared of cross planes and high aerial moves, and so this is kind of a good move to kind of mentally prepare yourself that you can do this, and it opens a lot of avenues with other drill moves and just your drilling potential, really. So, but moving on from that, that's a main portion with the toss is going to be your body movement, which is just spicing it up a little bit, cleaning it up. Final touches. And main thing, body posture is always good, but main thing is when you toss, you always want to look at your rifle, and that's one mistake some people do is that they throw, then they just turn not looking at it. You do want to look at it, but you don't want to be arched back so that you're like making this L shape with your body almost to follow the rifle. So you don't want that to happen. So just still keep your posture, barely bend your neck and kind of back a little bit to follow. And that should make it cleaner and have you more controlled really when it comes to the catch, and it won't have you like tip over when you do it. And another thing is going to be your pins. When you throw, you still want to keep those pins, and you don't want these T-Rex arms or like raptor flying around to the other side. You want to pin and turn and then catch. And then the other thing is going to be with the legs. A lot of people, they'll like pad the catch with their legs. I do that a lot when I first learn moves, and it's a bad habit to have. And so you don't want to, pad your catches a little bit. You want to just have nice firm catches. Power comes from the legs and up. So just keep that in mind when you're trying to save a move or whatnot. And that basically concludes that. And if you're having trouble with balance, it's probably because of your legs. If I have weak legs as myself, so I have really bad balance. So working on some leg exercises and such will help you with your balance. But also just working on your footwork and being, fluid with your motions is going to really help with your balance if you know exactly where you're stepping and exactly when you're going to, hit that heel to connect with the catch. And that's another thing with the catch in your body is when you catch, you want it to be at the same time. You could click it like I do to the position of attention, but it doesn't have to be like that. It could be a parade rest. A lot of people do that. That's completely fine. I just do it because it's more appealing to me to do it in a more militaristic sense for competition. But that basically concludes the whole tutorial. I'm going to demonstrate it one more time for you guys. in both styles. So I'll do the sweep style first. Now I'll do it from the butt side toss. And so, again, very advanced move, and also a very good move to add to your solo routine. You're gonna add a lot of points. It's a national level type move. You're gonna see a lot of worlds and national solos, and even some tandems sometimes. And so it's gonna give you a lot of points. It's a good move to highlight as a finisher or maybe one of your corner moves. And so, highly recommend this move to add a good like kind of period to whatever your segment you're trying to do. But I hope this has helped you with your journey. And if you have any sort of more fear factors or such, I would recommend going to Samuel Gozo's YouTube channel, where he has a lot of like motivational-esque type videos catered towards drill, which it helps young drillers and just young people who are starting into drill kind of get over that fear, and it kind of makes it more relatable in that aspect. That's just a recommendation from me. I hope that helped you, and happy drilling, and stay strong.